Hello everyone, and happy Philippine Independence Day from us here at AB Samahan. On this day, 123 years ago, the Philippines declared independence from Spanish rule. While this Independence Day is a day for us to celebrate and express our appreciation for the freedoms we currently have, we must not forget the struggles of our ancestors and our own responsibilities in continuing their legacy.
After centuries of Spanish rule, the Philippines struggled for independence, wishing to be a self-governed state.
Our namesake, Andres Bonifacio, formed and led an anti-Spanish society, which united other revolutionaries, politicians, and military leaders. This secret society was called the Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-galangang Katipunan ng mga Anak ng Bayan, which translates to highest and most venerated association of the sons and daughters of the land.
The Katipunan played a major role in the liberation of the Philippines by organizing and planning a nationwide revolt. The secret organization advocated for freedom under the rule of Spain, as well as tending to the poor and the oppressed.
However, the Katipunan was discovered by the Spaniards, which caused Andres Bonifacio to go into hiding. This resulted in the rise of revolutionary Emilio Aguinaldo, who led the society in the continued fight for independence.
After winning several victories in Cavite, Aguinaldo declared independence from Spain on June 12, 1898. He then brought together the Malolos Congress, which drafted a constitution for the First Republic of the Philippines.
Not long after, though, Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States through the Treaty of Paris. Now, despite declaring independence, the Philippines' fight was not over, and they didn't officially receive independence until July 4th, 1946, which is only 75 years ago.
The Filipino people declared independence and revolted against the Spaniards and their 333-year rule in order to reclaim our freedom and self-determination. We led a revolution. We claimed our freedom. We fought for change.
The current climate in the Philippines calls us to follow in the footsteps of our ancestors. We cannot be complacent with the suppression of free speech and press, the extrajudicial killings and rampant police brutality, and the economic dependence on the U.S. through neocolonialism. As descendants of our revolutionary forefathers, we must continue their struggle for true liberation.
Remember where we came from, remember why we are here, and remember the importance of continuing the legacy of our ancestors. We are the generation of change. It's our turn to lead a revolution, to advocate and bring awareness, and to fight for what we believe in.
We call our members to push for the Philippine Human Rights Act. As Philippine Americans, we must demand an end to U.S. funding of the Philippine military until they secure protections of the rights of journalists and activists, and until they establish a judicial system capable of investigating and prosecuting those who have committed human rights violations.
We encourage you all to join an organization for Philippine national democracy, like Malaya Movement or Anak Bayan. We must mobilize as a community to pressure our representatives and demand change. Our collective action is our greatest strength.
As a united community, we stand firmly against the adversity we face. Collective action brought us freedom over oppression, tyranny, and imperialism. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, and we should be proud of who we are and where we come from.
AB Samahan recognizes the struggles of those fighting for their rights and liberties, and we stand in solidarity with them as we continue the legacy of our ancestors and many others in the fight for freedom and justice. We celebrate June 12th to remember the strength and dedication of the generations before us who fought tirelessly for self-determination, and we will carry this responsibility for our kababayan across the globe. Maligayang Araw ng Kalayaan.